Sudanese paramilitary forces took control of cities in Darfur's western region, forcing hundreds of people to flee to neighboring Chad on November 7. NAIROBI. Eyewitnesses said Sudanese paramilitary forces allied militias took control of cities in the western region of Darfur from the government army, and mass killings took place in a regional capital, a camp for displaced families. Choose your plan. ArrowRight. The capture of cities previously divided between militia and army is most significant military breakthrough by the Rapid Support Forces since war began 7 months ago, and threatens to usher in a new era of violence. Forces that had previously stayed away from conflict. 3 of the 5 regional capitals have fallen consecutively in the last 2 weeks. Nyala, Geneina and Zalingei. Major military bases were also captured or abandoned. Soldiers fled across the border to Chad. Ahmed Sharif, 31, said on Wednesday that he personally collected 102 bodies and pitched tents over them following a weekend attack on Geneia's satellite settlement of Ardamata, home to an army base and a large camp for displaced families. He said road to the border was littered with dozens of bodies, and camp leaders who had fled to Chad were collecting names of hundreds more reported dead by family members and witnesses. The civil war in country of 50 million people broke out on April 15 between the RSF, led by General Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo, universally known as Hemedti, and army, led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. The 2 men collaborated to overthrow the government led by a civilian prime minister but later became enemies. The army has repeatedly led civilian neighborhoods, and the RSF, which is allied with several ethnic Arab militias, has been blamed for ethnically motivated attacks as well as numerous attacks and mass killings on hospitals in the western region of Darfur. So far, 6 million people have fled their homes in Sudan and half the population needs urgent assistance. The attack Ardamata in Geneina began on Saturday morning from 4 directions. After paramilitary fighters captured army base, they carried out killings and arrests. City camp, Sheriff said. On Sunday, a large number of 4-wheel drive vehicles arrived and entered camp, and the killing continued until evening. He said, in the afternoon, they attacked us on motorcycles because cars could not go in those narrow streets. I hid in one of the houses and was hearing harassment and from people around. They called the people slaves and described us as allies of the army. Ethnic Arab militias often use the term as an insult against ethnic African groups. Another eyewitness, 43-year-old Kaltoum Ahmed, said that he saw militia kill approximately 30 people after taking them out of their homes in the Kübra neighborhood near Geneina military base. A third witness, a 34-year-old man who spoke on condition of anonymity for his own safety, said he knew 10 people killed over the weekend. He sighed.